ECAT's production of OA Sports are provided by RevT, we simplify technology for better. Doug King, Builders Incorporated. ECAT would like to thank all the sponsors for the support of producing OA Sports.
Hello and welcome to Friday night in Easton, Massachusetts for tonight's boys varsity soccer game between King Philip and Oliver Ames High School. King Philip coming into this game 0-2 so far in their very young season, and Oliver Ames on the opposite side coming in at 2-0. Cyrus and Johnny holding on to the ball in the corner, tries to get a cross in, but it's called out for a corner kick. Oliver Ames coming off a tight 1-0 win against Mansfield. KP coming off a loss to Franklin, 6-0, but had previously played against Mansfield as well, and also lost 2-0, so each team really familiar with each other's opponents. Luke Churchill will take this corner, chips it in across the box. Over everyone's head, Kurt Churchill will chase to the far hand side. It's going to go out of bounds for a KP throw. Cool night here in Easton. Sun setting, lights turned on. It's nice to have a Friday night soccer game. Both teams are right. Babanikas takes that shot from outside the box and puts in his first goal of the season. 1-0 Oliver Ames. Babanikas' his first goal so far. He had an assist last week on the goal to Jackson Mercieri. That goal came from outside the box and won't really get it on to Babanikas, who's able to slot that ball into the side. Coach John Barada really flexing his roster here, bringing in some talent from the JV squad and also rearranging the lineup that we're used to. So Babanikas playing in a more forward position than he normally does in central defense. Jackson Mercieri moving back in defense for him. Congratulations to all of the players making their varsity debut today. See Logan McAndrew over there. His first time on the bench as backup goalkeeper to Zach Gilson, who took over goalkeeping roles from Drew Hall this year. Kurt Churchill the ball now, loses it to KP, who will be hungry to get that goal back. They don't want to go down early against this Oliver Ames team. Ball shot, but up and in for the goal. Babanikas playing actually center forward. Wings, Brunelli and Josh Braz, Cyrus and Johnny, and Luke Churchill and Craig Churchill playing in the central midfield. Beyond the Jackson Mercieri swap into the back, you've got the same defense we've seen consistently all season. Connor Hedrick, Derek Walsh, and Alejandro Lanverde. Ball down the left-hand side of Jason Braz, kicked out of bounds quickly by KP, setting up a deep Oliver Ames throw. Players looking at each other, asking who's going to take this throw. There's no way this is a Babanikas throw or a Drew Hall throw, with neither of us on Babanikas on field, but up front. Churchill maneuvering through some defenders. Ball picked up by KP. Launched off of Braz and out of bounds. KP can't be happy going down 1-0 so quickly against this Oliver Ames team. They're looking for their first goal of the season. Still, going down 1 so early against a team as talented as Oliver Ames is going to put yourself in a dangerous position. Babanikas down getting the ball top box, picked up by Hanjani. Great slide tackle there by Captain PJ Sullivan from the KP team. Unfortunately, which he didn't expect, it does go for a corner kick. Both Walsh and Hedrick moving up out of the defense as the ball is collected by Churchill to send it back into the box. Clear size difference for the Oliver Ames players against KP in the box. Short cross to Craig Churchill, picks it up just outside the box. Can't get it past the KP defender. KP defender's first touch loses control of it, and Craig Churchill's back in the box. Sends it into the box, picked up again by KP. And now they're charging in with not quite numbers, but they're definitely charging down. Marco Mormon wins the foul for KP at about the 50 yards away from the goal. KP loads up the front of the box. Short kick to Selly. Ball ricochets out of bounds for an Oliver Ames goal kick. Finds Hedrick after the short goal kick. Trips forward looking for Braz, but picked up by KP. Hedrick sends it back to Mercier, who sends it long, but finds a KP foot. Excellent step up by Johnny. Johnny finds Churchill. Churchill's looking for Ellie down the right hand side. The pass isn't going to connect. Good pickup by the KP defender, Ryan Love. Oliver Ames retains control, pushes it back, and Johnny tries to chip off the Dominicus. Does a great job doing so. Excellent play by those three, looking for to spring from Johnny from the midfield to forward run. Churchill settling the ball now, launching to Ellie on the far hand side. Ball's not going to get there. Dominicus is there to pick it up. Chips the ball high to Ellie, who tries to keep him in bounds, but too high for him to do so. It's going to be a KP throw. Kick. He's going to win that foul there. Ball, Oliver Ames kick just over the midline. Just a few minutes gone already, and we're already 1-0 for Oliver Ames. I've seen Nicky Babanikas play a lot of soccer. I've never seen him play for as high up as he is. Certainly a big target for Mercier, who's going to chip in this kick into the box. Tries to find Babanikas. Oh, he almost gets his head to it. Strong fight between Hanjani and Marco Amram from KP. Amram wins the foul, and KP will bring that ball out of the defensive half. Kick to midfield. Good job connecting passes. Walsh is there to take that ball for Oliver Ames. Tries to chip it forward. No one up front to take that ball. KP now the ball. Bernie tries to step forward, and Johnny gets it. Walsh and Johnny combine to take the ball away from Adam Alzi. KP doing a good job stringing some passes there in the midfield and maintaining control. Maybe sending it back to that defender, not knowing how strong Babanikas is at getting the ball off people's feet. As forward is not going to roll. Puts the pressure on KP, uses the ball back in Oliver Ames' defensive half, but with control. Churchill to Braz. Braz great turn on the left-hand side, but losing the ball out of bounds. As I mentioned earlier, we're using his full roster strength here today. Much larger bench than a normal game. Perhaps waiting for later in the game or a few more goals to start subbing on some players to get some experience on his varsity squad. Long throw by KP, picked up by Mercier. Excellent touch by Panda on KP to control that ball, but Oliver Ames comes away with it in the end. And Johnny now pushing into the box. Goes down, slides the ball up perfectly, timed for Bernielli. Bernielli chip across the goal face. A little high, a little wide. Well, we got out of bounds for a KP goal kick. Franklin, again, 2 games only into the season. Franklin in last place in the Kelly Rex. Oliver Ames tied for first with Canton in first place in the Davenport. KP out wide, 17 on Walsh, pulls it in. Bernielli's there for a quick touch and kicked away by Jackson Mercieri. Amer moves the ball to Oliver Ames. Brought out by Braz. Braz, long ball forward to Babanikas. Babanikas against Captain P.J. Sullivan. Not sure on the ref's call there if we're looking at a kick for Oliver Ames or if we're looking at a goal kick. Babanikas does a good job to win that foul. We'll be bringing in a very dangerous Oliver Ames kick from just outside of the end line. Barada keeping a large part of his defense back. Oliver Ames crowding just outside the 6-yard line with a straight 6-yard box in the straight line. Saracen Johnny with the kick. Ships to the near post, headed away by KP, picked up by Craig Churchill, who rips that shot but goes off his wrong side of his foot and goes out of bounds. KP goal kick. Substitution now for Oliver Ames. Drew Hall coming onto the field for Craig Churchill, and Dylan Fisher coming on the field as well. Sorry, Drew Hall came on for Bernie Ellie. Dylan Fisher came on for Craig Churchill. Second appearance for Dylan Fisher so far in the season. Ball picked up by Fisher, pushes it forward to Johnny, and Johnny goes across the goal face for Churchill. Ball sends it back to Mercieri, to Churchill. Good defensive control. Barada asking his team to get back into shape after those passes. Excellent check back by Saracen Johnny to give Hedrick an option forward. Sends it back to Mercieri. Mercieri tries to find Drew Hall long, but picked up by KP, who's now counterattacking. Excellent chip forward by KP number 11. Mercieri's there to clean it up for him. Throw and taken by sophomore Derek Walsh. Chips the ball forward, or taps the ball forward for Drew Hall. Excellent touch for him to find space. Sends the ball long and low for Babanikas. Goes off his foot. Or goes off the KP defender's foot for an Oliver Ames throw, and Walsh coming up to take it. Walsh finds Johnny, and Johnny steps in the ball well. Looks for Churchill. Churchill switches the fields over on the defensive side. Lindaverdi pushes forward to Johnny, but picked up by KP. Dangerous run by him. Lindaverdi makes up for his mistake and gets that ball right back to Oliver Ames. And Johnny pushing forward now. Challenged by 2 KP defenders who do get the ball free from them. Ball goes careening out of bounds for a Oliver Ames throw-in. Excellent position there for Drew Hall, who will take that throw with his strong arm and send this ball as deep into the box as he possibly can. Hall launches the ball just past the near post. Oh! Babanikas almost gets his head to it. And Johnny does, but heads that ball over the top post. Out of bounds for a KP goal kick. Churchill back on the field. First Fisher off in the midfield. That was an excellent step forward by Churchill to take that goal kick directly from KP, steal it going forward. Wins an all-range corner kick off that attack. All three players gathering at the far post before this kick comes in. Chipped along and well, headed on by Babanikis, but out of bounds for a KP goal kick. KP substitution now. Yusuf Saeed coming onto the field. Dangerous run there by KP. James is charging in one-on-one against Mercier with no one behind him but goalkeeper Zach Gilson. Mercier comes away with that ball and sends it out of bounds. People are definitely playing a strong defensive game here. All around trying different angles to get their attack moving forward. Largely, they've been able to meet every single attack and send it out of bounds. The one large mistake, glaring mistake, is leaving Babanikis alone at the top of the box for the ability to pick his head and shoot. Drew Hall to take this long throw, looking for a lot of all Rams players in the box. Headed the way very well by KP. They continue their attack going forward here. Churchill and Landaverde combine to break up that attack and send it out of bounds. Jackson Mercer with a great touch to save that possible attack from KP here. They're generating players and moving going forward. Excellent steal by Churchill to Drew Hall, who finds Babanikis. Babanikis holds the play up. Churchill, the man on his back. Excellent ball protection to keep control. Sends it to Craig Churchill. First touch does escape him, but he uses his athleticism to keep that ball pushing forward. And we'll have a call against KP on that attempted tackle on Churchill. Mercier with a dangerous attempt here. I have to assume Babanikis is going to be a target on this send into the box. Wouldn't be surprised even to see a Mercier shot from this range. Low chip picked up by KP, sent right back to Mercier. He brings that ball down, finds Churchill. Churchill with a great touch to Mercier, picked up by KP. Counterattack now by KP. Walsh and Churchill combined to get the ball away from him, but now it's forward to Saeed. Walsh takes that ball, chips it back, but it's still KP with that pressure going forward. Ball goes out of bounds for an Oliver Ames throw. Goal kick eventually finds Drew Hall, who tries to send it into the box to Babanikis. Ball doesn't go forward. Drew Hall again tries to get it to Babanikis. His touch is a little soft. Picked up by KP. KP's desperate ball finds all the way back in the All Rams defense. Hedrick there to pick it up. Excellent job to pick his head up and relax and find Churchill. Brass loses the ball out of bounds for KP throw-in All Rams side. More middle third than anything. Hedrick picks up the throw-in and sends it out of bounds again. Now it'll be the attacking third throw-in for KP. Walsh does a great job picking up that dangerous attack across the box from KP. KP seemingly with a lot of players, a lot of space to move. Excellent job by Drew Hall getting his body in the way of that send-in. Out of bounds again for another KP throw, and I think John Barada's been trying to get a substitution now for the past few minutes, but the ball's been firmly in KP's control. Gilson organizing his defense for this corner kick won by KP. Definitely looking for their first goal of the season. Barada pulling back Babanikas into the box to make sure you've got his height on this corner kick defense, pushing Drew Hall forward. Excellent tactical move. Short corner kick picked up by Mercier, sent out of bounds for another KP throw-in. Excellent work by the ball boy there. Light throw by KP, picked up by Mercier, sent along out of the box, but only KP defenders back. Great touch by Braz to get the ball to Babanikas. Babanikas to Hall. Hall's touch works, but brought down by a KP player. Probably foul because he went to ground there, but he did have a good chance and good opportunity on that tackle. Mercier with a kick at midfield. Walsh pushes forward. All of Ames players gathering at the top of the box for this offensive opportunity. Tries to find Babanikas again. Kick is long. Babanikas does eventually collect it outside the box. KP tries to clear, but Churchill's there. Excellent job by KP. Can't see the number, maybe Ryan Love, who sent that out of bounds. Could have been PJ Sullivan. Drew Hall with that long throw coming into the penalty box now. Launches it about mid-goal. Finds KP players who pick it up and send it off. All of them is calling for handball. Refs don't show any interest in that. Mercier does a great job to find Walsh. Walsh sends it into Churchill, chips it across the box, looking for a charging Bernielli, picked up by KP and sent out of the box. Apart from that Babanikas goal early in this game, it has been a very tight, contended game here. All of Ames maybe a little bit more of the control, but KP, without a doubt, holding their own against the Division II state champs from last season. Churchill's ball to Craig's ball to Luke, a little bit light, picked up by KP, but recovered by Oliver Ames. Luke reminds his brother how to pass the ball strongly into someone's feet. Craig shows that he was reminded of it, tries to get that ball to Drew Hall. Looks like we're going to call for offsides here. This will be a kick for KP coming out. The story going into the season was definitely where was Oliver Ames' offense going to come from. 1 goal so far this game, 4 goals in total on the season so far into their 3rd game. But on the opposite token, only 1 goal let up, so as long as you're scoring more than you're letting up, you are in a good place. KP with a kick coming in here, PJ Sullivan to take it, pulled back by the referees. The vast majority of the players all at just outside the box. A lot of confusion as to where this kick's going to be taken from. I can't wait to see where they land. Kick just outside of the box. Walsh is there to send it forward. Babanikas trying to pick up Walsh's clearance. Sent out of bounds by PJ Sullivan. Braz coming in now, taking out Drew Hall. Ellie did find that chance to come in earlier on the far hand side. Probably took out Braz for that. Walsh is throwing to Braz. Well contended by KP. Braz loses the ball out of bounds. Blakesley sends the long throw in. Does find his player. Amarin tries to. KP chances at the box. Shot on. Jack Gilson is there to clean that shot up. Probably not the game that all Rams is expecting. The KP is definitely bringing their best tonight to try to get their first goal of the season against the Division II state champs Oliver Ames. Excellent touch by Johnny, but does lose it to KP midfielder. Great pass into the box. Mercier one-on-one with Amarin from KP. Does get around him. Craig Churchill's there to send it away. Ball rolls out of bounds after a few deflections for a Oliver Ames goal kick. This is beginning to feel a little bit similar to the second half against Mansfield, where Oliver Ames couldn't seem to get control in midfield to hold onto the ball for any length, or at the forward position. So oftentimes when they got near half or just past half, they lost control of the ball and it came right back at them. Certainly a lot of out-of-the-air passing for Oliver Ames, which, as talented as it is, oftentimes you do want to bring that ball to the ground and get controlled passes rather than... So what we see there from Hetrick was probably a needed pass out of the air, but picked up again, or even if it was picked up by Oliver Ames, is in contention. Landaverde launches the ball forward to Babanikas, can't get a hold of it. KP continues to have a lot of control in this game. I think the ref might have been calling for an offsides call earlier on that pass forward by Hedrick or Ellie. KP kick, but 10 yards away from half. Chipped in long and hard by KP. Craig Churchill to head that ball out. Luke Churchill there to pick it up, who launched the ball forward trying to find Babanikas. Excellent take by Walsh to take that ball away from KP. Finds Hanjani to Churchill. This is the midfield passing you want to see. Babanikas to Hanjani. Hanjani tried to find Babanikas again. Does find Ellie, who launches the ball into the box. Excellent run and play there by Oliver Ames. That's the kind of control you want to see going through that midfield, where smart, concise, and reasonable passes rather than passes hurtling out of the air. And Johnny, to take this kick, scored his first goal against Franklin this season. Short kick to Braz, who chips ball across the goal face. No one there to pick it up. That was an excellent play by those two. KP goal kick. Ball chipped out shortly, picked up by Hanjani, who finds Babanikas at the top of the box, right around where he scored beforehand. Out of control, though. Excellent job by him to bring that ball down to find Braz. Braz looking for options, tries to dribble around. Does eventually pick up his head up, find Churchill, but too many KP defenders in the area. KP now with a counter-attacking opportunity. Snuffed out by Craig Churchill, finds Braz on the far-hand side. Braz tries to bring it through the KP defense, gets it out of bounds for him. Braz tries a quick restart, but there's a substitution coming in for Oliver Ames, so he's going to have to wait for that. Referees allowing that substitution come in. Dylan Fisher coming in for Cyrus Hanjani. Walsh to take the throw. Walsh launches forward looking for Babanikas. Babanikas flicks on looking for Churchill, picked up by KP. Braz is there. Fisher pushes forward to Babanikas, but taken by KP. KP with a dangerous chance here. 4-on-4 going forward. Excellent work by Churchill to use his body to get in front of that ball, take it away, get that ball back to Mercier for the defensive clear to Bernie Ellie. Ellie's first touch is good, finds Dylan Fisher. Excellent turn by him to find Churchill. Churchill to Churchill with the chip on for a shot. Picked up by Braz, got a chance to cross that goal. Very strong work by Braz to win that corner kick there. Drew Hall looking to sub in shortly. Luke Churchill to take the kick. Defensive, we've only got Landaverde back. Mercier running forward, does take that kick. The referee gets out of the way quickly. Mercier's shot blocked by number 10, Sinyan Panda on KP. Churchill, a good header to Ellie. And this is the type of point now where you got to bring that ball down. Picked up by Fisher. Fisher loses the ball to KP. KP with a opportunity gets the ball by Walsh, but their second pass there by Panda goes out of bounds. All of Ames are out their best going through this midfield where they're connecting reasonable passes rather than jumping and slicing at a ball and pushing it in whatever direction their foot kicks it. As I say that, a jump push forward almost for a second goal chance for Babanikas. Knocked out of bounds for a Oliver Ames corner kick. Churchill coming over to take it. Little commentator's curse there. I'm all for it. Yeah. Walsh coming forward. Craig Churchill coming forward. Two players back for Oliver Ames looking to score on this corner kick. Chipped to the far post. Great pickup by goalkeeper. I'm assuming it's going to be Brent Schneider from KP. Good work by him. He rolls it out. Babanikas is on. That pressure creates a mistake. Out of bounds for an Oliver Ames throw-in. Walsh comes forward for a quick throw. Sends it into Braz. Braz heads it into the center looking for Fisher. Fisher can't connect his second header. Picked up by Oliver Ames, who are really all encompassing that area now. Drew Hall on the far side. Lose the ball to two KP defenders. KP coming away with it now. Chance to switch fields. They take it. Yusuf Saad on the ball. Braz does a good job coming back to get that ball kicked out of bounds for Oliver Ames to get back and reset during this KP throw. Throw into Colin Chard. Ball lost to Oliver Ames. Fisher, good header by him to find Braz. Braz back to Walsh. Sends it forward for Babanikas. Lots of pressure on Babanikas' back. Finds Walsh defensively. Launches it forward again. Trying to find Fisher, but picked up by KP. Sent out of bounds. Walsh's throw to Braz. Excellent touch by him to bring it down to his feet. Two KP defenders on him. They do take it and turn it upfield. Walsh is there to send it back to Braz, though. Foul on Braz. They're coming back and pushing through a KP defender. Their midfielder's back. That'd be number 4. Blakesy. Braz has been double-teamed often on that right-hand side. Common solution to being double-teamed on the side is to switch fields. Let's see if Oliver Ames can pull back on that pressure on Braz and find the open player on the far side of the field. KP loses the ball to Braz. Braz now head up with Panda in the center, finds Churchill. Churchill turns it back defensively. Opportunity for switching the fields here. Walsh does send it forward to the middle for Churchill. Churchill does continue to push back to Mercier. Sends it up the center. Strong passing by the Oliver Ames midfield. Excellent work for Craig Churchill there to find space to dribble and pick his head up into. Mercier gets the ball, chips it forward, looking for Churchill. Eventually picked up by Fisher outside the box, tries to chip Braz into the box, but kicked up by KP's defense, who has a missed kick. Braz now has the box inside the box. Excellent work, excellent recovery by the KP defender there to get that ball back. Easton sad that with a chance down there on the left-hand side, but did eventually lose that ball out of bounds. A lot of pressure on Landaverde. Sends the ball forward, but picked up by KP. Lou Churchill, excellent touch forward to Drew Hall. Picks it up. Sends it back to Churchill. Churchill pushes forward to Babanikas, but it's not going to get there. Excellent take by him. A coach just called for a ref for a foul against Churchill. KP's going to get that ball pushing forward now. KP with a lot of width in this formation. Side far way out on the outside. And I can't see the number on the other side of the field, but they're certainly spreading the Oliver Ames defense right now. Mercieri and Walsh, someone on an island. Ball does come into the center, though, picked up by Landaverde, who pushes the ball forward. Midfield stop by KP. Triple substitution now for KP. Saad leaving the field. Braden Lynn coming on the left-hand side. A couple other substitutions on the far side of the field that I can't quite make out the numbers for. Churchill time in the center, sends it up wide for Johnny. Johnny with options in front of him. Babanikas pushing further into the box. Walsh and Churchill behind him. He does bring it to the box, but eventually taken away by the two KP defenders. Walsh now with the control. Launches in, trying to find Drew Hall on the far side. Ball doesn't get there, picked up by KP. Churchill the push in the back on Mark Ramaram. Long kick by KP into the box, well handled by Mercier, but picked up again by KP. Missed kick by the KP player there, number 4. Babanikas uses his size and strength to get that ball off the KP defense, and Johnny tries to find Churchill, passes a little behind him. Drew Hall, excellent chip on, trying to find Babanikas in the center. Taken down by PJ Sullivan. And the ball all the way back to Schneider, and the goal for KP. Punts the ball forward just over half. Strong touch by Babanikas into the box, a little far though, so it'll be picked up by the goalkeeper for a goal kick. Under 2 minutes left here in the first half. This might even be the last play of the game. Referees checking their watch. KT pushing forward for the last chance. Strong chip on by them. Ball sent to the corner, but out of bounds. Mercier picks it up for a quick throw-in. Drew Hall, the chance to breathe and pick his head up in the midfield, finds Henjani in the box. Dangerous situation here just before half. Henjani looking for a penalty, not going to get it from the ref waving it off. Fisher comes forward, does a great touch forward. That is definitely going to be a call from the ref as he's taken down from behind. Very dangerous kick, an excellent win by Fisher just outside the box. Mercier coming forward to take this. Given the time left in the half, we might be looking at Barada pushing as many players forward as he can here to try and take advantage of this opportunity right before the halftime. Can't imagine we've got much more than a few kicks left here. Oliver's players spread out within the box. Mercier's kick coming in. Low kick, trying to find a foot. Fisher's there to rip that shot on goal, but picked up by goalkeeper Schneider to end that half. 1-0, all over Ames at half here in Easton on Easton Community Access TV. We'll see you guys in the second half.
Good afternoon, everyone.
I'm Abby Malafato.
And I'm
Coming to you from 50 Oliver in North Easton, this is Easton News and
Don't have time to stay up and watch ECAT channels all day long, or miss your favorite show's time slot? Don't worry, ECAT has a YouTube channel that has all the programs that we show, so you don't have to miss any of the episodes or catch up on past episodes. Search Easton Cat TV, with TV being the only capital letters. The YouTube channel has playlists for every program, even some of the programs you can download a podcast version. We even stream live events through our channel. To stay up to date with ECAT programming, make sure you look up ECAT's YouTube channel. And don't forget to subscribe so you can get all the alerts for the new programming premiere, and change the alerts to all to make sure you receive all of them. Remember to search Easton Cat TV, with TV being the capital letters. So there's no reason to miss any of the ECAT programming. Enjoy.
There's a storm.
Join me, Priscilla Almquist-Olsen, to explore the town of Easton and its interesting, engaging, ordinary, and extraordinary people, and meet a smorgasbord of guests, including artists, authors, musicians, business owners, community organizations, clergy, local leaders, etc., etc., etc. Community Forum at 3 p.m. on Thursdays and 1:30 p.m. on Saturdays. See you then.
Yeah. This is the life. Just relaxing by the beach. What could be better than this?
I've got an idea.
What?
I'd really like to find a forever home.
Forever home?
Yeah, like Jack Ryan talks about on Easton News. A forever home. All those animals at the APCSM, they get forever homes. Why not us?
Listen, man, I hate to tell you this.
Tell me what? Come on, tell me. Look, I can take it. Look at me. Come on, tell me. I can take it. Come on.
We're not real.
What are you talking about? Of course we're real. Look at us. We're sitting here on the beach, on vacation, being served raw meat, mind you. We're having a great time. How are we not real? No, thank you. I'm good. I've had enough. I've had enough. Thank you. What are you talking about? Of course we're real.
Look, it's not that we're not real. We're just not living, breathing animals. You don't even have a mouth, dude.
Well, oh yeah? Well, your eyes are just plastic.
Right back at you.
You've ruined my vacation. I can't believe you've done this.
I mean, while we're at it, why do we need a vacation? It's not like you have a job.
Oh, wow. Oh, okay. All right. You know what? I'm out of here.
Cubby, wait. I'm sorry. I didn't mean... Oh, well, you have to get it eventually.
If you'd like to get your hands on a cubby of your own, scan the QR code on your screen now. Hello and welcome to Easton News. I'm Joe Taft.
And I'm Jack Ryan, and together we bring you everything you need to know about Easton, including politics.
The Town of Easton is undertaking a crucial public safety and public works facilities replacement project to enhance essential services for the community.
Community events.
Mark your calendars and get your costumes ready. The Easton Food Pantry will be hosting a Halloween parade.
And sports.
Boys soccer stayed hot, defeating Stoughton 2-1. That was the team's 5th straight division title and 4th in a row in the Davenport.
With APCSM guest segment Pet of the Week.
Hi, I'm Katie with the Animal Protection Center, and today we have a little Iris.
With help from special correspondent Wyatt Fain. Join us
For Easton News.
playing 6 o'clock Friday, Saturday, and Sundays.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, residents of Easton, friends and neighbors. This is Bill Ames,
co-host with Priscilla Almquist Olson of the Film Connection. On ECAT now for over 20 years.
We're very proud of that.
And we like to interview guests from Easton who have been involved in the film business, actors, producers. We're very fortunate today to have a producer of a film.
Hey, are you a fan of history? If so, come for adventure with me, your host Drew Darty, as we explore some of the most impactful events of all time. We talk about U.S. history. These events led up to the creation of the first Continental Congress. World history, the Allied forces consist of France, the United Kingdom, Russia, Japan, and Italy, and influential figures. The legacy of Martin Luther King is one of selflessness, and he never stopped believing in the equal and free America. You'll get my takes and opinions, so come along for adventure on Drew's Venture History TV. Check us out between your recently scheduled programming as well as on YouTube. Thank you.
Hi there, I'm Gail Devins, and join me as we discover all the businesses that made Easton great. This is a wonderful, wonderful place. I cannot wait. I want to do it. I want to go there. I am definitely coming back, and I know you will too, because I'm telling you something. It is absolutely amazing in here. It's what a wonderful way to discover Easton. It's right here in Easton. Showing at noon on Mondays, 2 p.m. on Tuesdays, and 11 a.m. on Fridays, only on ECAT.
Don't have time to sit down and watch ECAT programs? Don't worry, ECAT has got you covered. That's right, ECAT has
Podcast!
Yes! ECAT Podcast Channel has your favorite shows that you could listen to. Whether you want to chill and listen to the Ron Van Dam Show and hear him talk about what's bothering him that day, or the show hosted by local legends Stephanie Weinstein and Meredith Keach, where they talk about anything and everything, or take a listen to the weekly news hosted by Jack Ryan and Abby Kitchenham. Stay tuned in with Tiger Talk hosted by Oliver Ames students. Community Forum is where their host Priscilla talks about all things Easton. Easton residents can also find government meetings about various topics. You can find the podcast on Podbean and all your favorite podcast platforms. Just by searching ECAT or the ECAT podcast, you can find it all. The ECAT podcast channel is powered by Podbean, so either in the car ride or walking around town, you can always catch what's going on with...
Yeah, that was... Welcome back to the second half for Oliver Ames versus King Philip here in Easton, Massachusetts. Boys varsity score is 1-0 to Oliver Ames, scoring very early in the game. Not much going on since then. KP will get us started here. I'm not seeing any refs in the field. Nope, there's one. There's the other one. Seemed like a short half, but both teams back on the field and ready to go. On a steamy hot night here in Easton, Massachusetts. Wait, that's not true. It's a steamy hot night here in the broadcast booth. Outside of this booth, it's quite lovely. Let's see what Oliver Ames can do here in the second half. Last week against Mansfield, they came out very flat in the second half and had a hard time finding any momentum in the second half as well. Good touch by the KP player to get past Hedrick. Then ricochets off of Churchill out of bounds. Two balls need to play, no problem there. KP brings it in. Chance for them outside the box. Pushing it back a little early there. I hate for conjecture, but I almost feel like some of the KP players weren't sure which direction they're supposed to be going after the switch in halves. Because there was definite opportunities in front of them. Churchill time and space, pick up his head, find brother Craig Churchill. Also time. Tries to find Mercier, then sprung forward by Marco Amram from KP, brought down by Craig Churchill. You're going to have the KP with the first free kick of the half. Ball sent forward, looking for number 7. I believe that's Amram again. Gets that shot off, but shot's wide, goes way across the goal. That was Braden Lynn with the shot. Good job by him getting open on the outside. Can all the Rams come out of half with a stronger team than they had in the first half, which is something they haven't really been able to do so far this season. If I had to say last season, the problem with this team was giving up PKs at the wrong time. Right now, the problem with this team is coming out in the second half with the same sense of urgency for scoring that they have in the first half. Of course, complaining about a 2-0 team seems weird. Hard kick, hard foul there by Panda on Hanjani. Referee reaching in for a yellow card, first yellow card of the game. Panda will have to come out for a substitution off of that. It was a hard kick to the chest. And Johnny down, teammates surrounding him, helping him back up right now. Referees meet, decide to change the yellow card to a red card for an unfortunate tackle on Captain Panda from KP. They'll be playing a man down for the rest of the game. And Johnny up with Coach Barada now in the center. You've got to be careful, intentional or unintentional, anytime you're bringing up that foot near the head level. Intentional or unintentional, that a cleat hits someone in the head when that person's not specifically has their head near the ground is almost always going to be a red card. Unfortunate decision for KP, but probably the right decision by the refs, who did take the time to get together and weren't frantic and quick with that card. Certainly didn't look intentional on their end, but boots to the head at that level of height is almost always going to result in a red card. KP down to 10, all our Ames still at the full 11 players, and Johnny does sub out of the game. I believe Ellie came on for him, but I am not 100% sure on that. Hope Cyrus is up and Johnny's all right. Mercier is going to get us restarted here.
You're going to have room, Connor. Connor, you're going to have room. Help out where you can.
Allro's taking the time to restart. About 36 minutes left in the game here. Luke Churchill off a slow restart. Gets it to the ball, brings it forward. Allro's trying to be smart with the ball at midfield, but it quickly becomes a high passing game again. Amram tries to get past Craig Churchill. Craig Churchill gets his foot in front. Again, crisper passing needed in midfield by Oliver Ames, who, all things being said, an extremely strong midfield, normally with both Churchills and Mercier in there. Hedrick with a strong header forward, looking for Braz. Swiped at by Churchill, gets it forward, ball forward to Braz, but KP's there to launch that ball out of bounds.
Hey, Dylan, Dylan. Get back. Get back.
Strong run here by James from KP into the box. Launched the ball to the far post, looking for, I believe that's number 17, who's not on my roster, unfortunately. Guided out of bounds by Derek Walsh for a all-Ames free kick. Or goal kick, sorry. Real chance here for all of Ames, being a man up to start going up a few goals and start rotating some players onto the field. High school soccer seasons can be grueling with multiple games per week, so anytime you need a chance to rest legs, you take it.
Call it.
Mercier picking his head up, only finding a KP player, though, trying to find, I think, Bobanicus or Churchill pushing forward. PJ Sullivan picks up the ball. Ball lost to Fisher. Fisher chips forward for Bobanicus. Ball's going to go into the box, picked up by Schneider. Churchill winning that header to Braz. Braz can't get that ball up. Picked up well by KP. Turns it upfield. Strong pass with them. PJ Sullivan now taps it back, looking for a KP defender, but Bobanicus is there to pressure. Fisher comes on, but pushed forward by KP. Out of balance for an all-Ames throw, and Walsh to take it. Mercier with a strong pass to Churchill in the center. Picks his head up, finds only KP defense as he tries to push through the defense. Fisher now driving forward. Push the ball to the outside. Looking for Ellie. Ellie chips it in, almost a handball there. Actually, something is whistled by the referee. We're going to have a handball, I believe, on Bernie Ellie. If not a handball, then they're going to be calling a throw-in on that far side. Timeout by, I believe, KP calling that. Keeping those legs as fresh as possible when they're talking about being a man down for the next 35 minutes against Oliver Ames. Oliver Ames also happy for the break. (1-0) here in Easton, 35 minutes left in the game. Oliver Ames looking to extend their undefeated streak so far this short and young season. And junior goalkeeper Zach Gilson looking to get his second shutout so far this season. Goalkeeper Drew Hall from last year's championship winning team pushed forward and a forward role as Coach John Barata tries to find replacement goal scoring opportunities for the team, which was lost largely in last year's seniors. Referees blowing the whistle to get us restarted here. New tactics seen here today, pushing forward junior Bobanicus, who already has an assistant this season, into the forward role. He takes on that challenge, getting his first goal, at least of this season. I'm trying to remember if he scored one last year. I think he did. But if he didn't, congratulations on your first goal on the Oliver Ames varsity field. Definitely well deserved. If you listened to last week's game, I consistently called Bobanicus definitely, without a doubt, the defensive captain of the team. Now with actual captain Jackson Mercier pushing back to defense. I don't think there's a question who the defensive captain is for this game. Game restarted here. Churchill fighting with PJ Sullivan in the center of the field. Sullivan does eventually win the battle with KP pushing forward. Walsh is there for a strong kick to send that ball deep. KP. Long throw down into about half. They do a good job coming away with that, but Luke Churchill's there to take the pass. Sends it forward to Anjani, who tried to find Bob Nikas with a quick passing routine. Landaverde now down the left-hand side out to Hedrick. Hedrick to Braz, pushing forward. Braz with an excellent job coming back to recover the lost ball. Picked up by Craig Churchill. Options on the right-hand side, options going forward. Hard tackle by the KP defender. Excellent job by him to get that ball off Churchill's feet. Put enough pressure on that he loses that out of bounds. That was Ryan Love from KP. They did a great job there to push senior captain Craig Churchill off the ball. Hedrick now pushing forward. Finds Hanjani. Hanjani's first touch gets away from him, picked up by KP. It was a great pressure by Hanjani after losing that ball to continue to pressure that ball as it came not too far away from him.
Kyler, can you hear my water? Thanks.
Landaverde with a good job there on James to get that ball out of bounds for a KP throw, but gives Oliver Ames a chance to get back on that possible counterattack. Oliver Ames counterattacking now after the ball taken away by Craig Churchill. And Johnny gets the ball above midfield, tries to push it forward for Braz. Picked up again by Oliver Ames, back to Luke Churchill, finds Bernie Ellie. Bernie brings it deep. Only two options in the box for him. Babanikas and Braz on the far side, but Bernie Ellie does a good job to win the corner kick for Oliver Ames. Subbed off immediately for Drew Hall, Cyrus Hanjani, or is that Luke Churchill? I believe that's Cyrus Hanjani over there to take the kick on the far side. OA should definitely be looking for that second goal to put this game to bed with KP down a man, but hasn't been able to put enough pressure on this so far this half. Kick goes in directly to a KP player, sent out. Johnny with a good run to win that back, but picked up again by James. Walsh does a good job to break that play up. Out of bounds for a KP throw-in. Churchill now on an offensive approach. Chips forward very well to Braz. Braz's touch to the KP defender, unfortunately. And a foul there on Hanjani. By Hanjani on Amram. At the 30-minute mark here, KP's kick coming out of their defensive zone, losing 1-0 against Oliver Ames. They're also a man down against Oliver Ames. Bob Nix does a good job getting back, providing a hard tackle, and getting that ball out of bounds for KP to stop that attack they're pushing forward with. This will be a free kick for KP. But 15 yards outside of the box. Definite offensive chance for them. Braden Lynn to send this one in for them. 6 players from KP forward. Ball, great chip forward. Gilson again with that fist. And then the pickup. Excellent saves by Gilson so far this season. He's been using that jump fist to incredible effect largely all season. Rolls the ball forward to Walsh. Walsh time and space to pick it up. Runs forward, sends the ball forward, looking for Babanikas, ricochets off a KP cleat. Strong step in by Hedrick to get that ball away from KP. Smart play by Luke Churchill to find Walsh on the far-hand side. Space to dribble into. He's going to take it into the corner. Long shot or chip across the box. No one there from Oliver Ames to pick it up. Strong fight by Luke Churchill. Eventually loses the foul against Pranav on KP. KP goes for the cross, ricocheted out of bounds off of Walsh's back. That'll be a corner kick for KP. Dangerous situation here, considering Oliver Ames is up a man and giving up these offensive opportunities for KP. Corner kick outside the box. Shot in by the KP defender, but out of bounds. Gilson gets us restarted with a kick to Mercy area right across the box. Chip forward then. Looking for Drew Hall, who's now playing it forward. Bobanik is now in a wing position. Despite being a man down, you can definitely have the sense that the momentum is in KP's direction right now. Hard fight against Connor Hedrick. Ball comes careening across the field. Chance now for Hanjani. Picked up by KP, kicked not out of bounds. They do a great job to keep it in. Long kick forward by KP. Headed out by Oliver Ames. Connor Hedrick with perhaps a goal-saving stop there. Very strong playing tonight by PJ Sullivan, senior captain on KP, stopping several progressing attempts by Oliver Ames. Thrown by Hedrick, yet to be settled by anyone. Craig Churchill does eventually come away with it, but loses his pass to KP, who can push forward. James, excellent touch by Luke Churchill, but we're getting a foul called against that. Seemed close to fair, but the Oliver Ames players need to reconfigure where they're standing right now. People have got to get back. A lot of players pushing forward on that, what they thought was an attack attempt. KP's kick in by PJ Sullivan. Last man, again, punch away by Gilson. Brought down by KP, but Gilson back in position for a save. Chip across goal face, headed on, but away from the goal. Oliver Ames doing their best to see that ball out of bounds for a goal kick. This doesn't look or feel like a game that KP is playing with one less player than Oliver Ames right now. Second game in a row that this Oliver Ames team has come out with something less than the same effort than they had in the first half. We shouldn't be, or they shouldn't be, in a position where they're a man up and struggling defensively against KP. Bobanikis with a commentator's curse there, taking the ball away from me. PJ Sullivan, again, excellent play by him. Has done a great job defensively, doing the work of many men. Gets that ball out of bounds. This will be a deep Oliver Ames throw, but stopped what looked like a promising attack there by Bobanikis down in the left-hand side. some confusion as to where this ball should be coming in from. Drew Hall will be taking this one as a long throw. Hall launches that into the near post, headed on, off the post. Babanikas' second goal of the game. Stuffs it down. I believe he also had the first shot that had to be saved. Ball bounces out to Babanikas, who stuffs it in the back corner. 2-0 to all the Ames here. You've got to feel now that they're a man up there, a firm control of this game. Babanikas with 2 goals and an assist in the season, leading the team in points now. "23 minutes left in the game. Oliver Ames 2, KP 0. KP playing with a red card now. It's going to be difficult for them to get their way back into this game. Obviously way too early to talk about playoff stuff, but let's talk about playoff stuff. The way that Massachusetts soccer scoring works for playoff contention is obviously wins and losses, but also they count your goals, but only your goals up to 3 goals winning a match. So it is, despite having control of the game now, still in Oliver Ames' interest to push for that 3rd goal. Ball with Walsh down the right-hand side. Time and space to look forward. Sends the ball forward to Hall. Hall flicks on to Hanjani. Excellent play by the 3 of those. Hanjani fighting for the ball. Rips his shot on. Babanikas' hat trick. Excellent play pushing that forward. Walsh to Hanjani. Hanjani into the box. Babanikas there to pick it up for his hat-trick 3rd goal of the game, 3-0 Oliver Ames. Well, looking at this game, I was considering what it meant for this Oliver Ames team to get an early goal against KP, who are struggling so far on this season. Whether that 1 goal would be the nail in the coffin in terms of KP's ability to come back. To their credit, they fought very hard in this game, even after going a man down for as long as they possibly could. Oliver Ames now up 3-0. KP, I have no doubt, are going to continue to push forward, looking for that goal of the season, that 1st goal of the season that they need. Now, they've had last season, you know, some similar results where they weren't strong coming out of the beginning of the year. I believe they ended their campaign last year with 5 wins to get themselves into a playoff spot, and then went relatively deep in the playoffs, losing, I think they beat Weymouth and a few other excellent teams, eventually losing out in a shootout. So not the end of the road for KP this early in the season. Seen a strong defense from them and several opportunities that could have come to something more. Nonetheless, OA in firm control of this game here, and Johnny picking that ball up. Players warming up for Oliver Ames. We might be seeing some varsity debuts for them. KP's still playing with that a ton of energy and a ton of confidence. Fisher to Churchill. Churchill trying to find Braz. Can't get there. Strong response and control from him. Wonderful job leaving the ball for brother Luke Churchill. Ball sent forward for Braz, but sent out of bounds by KP. Hedrick to Hunjani on the throw-in, picked up by KP, but brought directly back out of bounds for another throw for Oliver Ames. Launch forward here, chance for KP, man breaking in. Shot on, but Gilson there, plenty of space, time and space to get to it. Ben Cochran with that shot from KP, and Johnny brought down from behind. Churchill safely chipped over to Mercieri. Push forward to find Babanikas. KP goalkeeper with the ball now. Launched it forward, chipped high, not going to get to half. Fisher first to get his head to it. Finds Luke Churchill, sends it to Craig Churchill, chips it on to Nicky Babanikas. Walsh now with the ball on the right-hand side. Finds Babanikas, back to Walsh. Strong passing. Walsh finds Fisher. Fisher chips ball forward to Braz. Braz Babanikas. This is the type of play you want to see out of an Oliver Ames team. Walsh sends the ball long, switches to Hanjani. And Johnny waits the ball for the get to him. KP recovers, gets to him. And Johnny, an excellent run across the box, but his pass forward eventually does get to KP. Couple substitutions now looking to come in for Oliver Ames. Lucas Halama probably making his varsity debut. Bailey Gavin as well, if my eyes are correct from that distance across the field. Bernie and Drew Hall coming back on for the team. Player down while I was looking for the substitutions from KP. $18 minutes left in the game. George Blakesley coming off with an injury for KP. Happily seems to be okay in terms of walking and being able to jog off the field. It'll be a drop ball for Oliver Ames just outside the box, or in a relatively dangerous position. Drop to Babanikas. Babanikas back to Walsh. Walsh finds Mercieri. Strong passing here. Churchill maneuvers, finds Babanikas going into the box, looking for number 4, looks for Braz. Braz can't get that shot on, kicked away by KP's defense. Craig Churchill winning a foul about 20 yards out of the box. Big substitution now for Oliver Ames. Bailey Gavin coming in for his first minutes on the Oliver Ames varsity squad. Lucas Alama coming in. Congratulations to those two for joining the team up here under the lights. Drew Hall, who has pushed forward for his ability on these free kicks, is now taking this. This is something we've largely been looking to see, the power on his kick and what it can do. Absolutely, as I said, almost broke the post. That's the reason why you don't see Drew Hall in goal right now. Zach Gilson, great goaltender, great leader, great captain for the team in terms of organizing things. Not many players in the Hockomock or anywhere else can do what he can do with a dead ball. That's Drew Hall's shot. Might have been saying Bailey Gavin. That is Bailey Gavin, but it's also Ben Mizuka. Congratulations on his first minutes coming in for Connor Hedrick. Zook, as he's known, getting his first time under the lights here on Friday, which is congratulations to him. Churchill over to Walsh down the right-hand side. Walsh with Braz in front of him, but also Craig Churchill finds Craig Churchill. Craig Churchill looking to switch fields, finds Drew Hall. Drew Hall brings the ball into the middle, picked up by KP, but a lot of hacking away at it. Eventually a foul called against Drew Hall for KP's kick. KP looking to push forward quickly. Oliver Ames smart to it and rushing back as fast as they can. Drew Hall staying forward. Header by Luke Churchill, but Craig Churchill on to Drew Hall, looking to find Braz. PJ Sullivan there to the ball, tries to push the ball forward, eventually loses the ball out of bounds. Nope, Walsh picks it up before it goes out of bounds. Sends it over. Lucas Alama's first touches as a varsity player. Congratulations to Lucas. Sends it over to first-time varsity player Ben Mizuka. I will say Zuka from now on. Smart playing by Oliver Ames. Smart, crisp playing by players who just entered the field. Bailey Gavin forward for that. Dylan Fisher, next generation for all of Ames players, now making their mark on the field, along with captains Luke and Craig Churchill. Strong dribble by Luke Churchill into the corner through a few players. Has options in the box, dribbles behind a player, slides it across. Who's there for the shot? Braz is. And it eventually gets itself in there. I can't help but assume that would be Drew Hall saying that he was the last to get to that ball and push that into the net. Couldn't quite see from over here. Braz definitely chipped it on. Awkward high ball that no one could get to. Bounced, and I will assume on the replay we'll see that Drew Hall tapped that home. Kevin Santana now coming on for Aller Ames. Santana with a good touch, pushes it forward off to the side, but picked up eventually by KP. Only as far as Jackson Mercieri. Ball back to Gilson. Gilson finds Walsh wide open on the right-hand side. Walsh with time and space. Good small pass to Landaverde, who pushes forward. Tries to find Santana, but picked up by KP. KP charging in. Mercier there to snuff that one out. Sends that ball forward. Drew Hall again pressing for another goal. Headed on very well by PJ Sullivan to allow the goalkeeper to pick that up. Ryan DiFrancesco also in the field, worked with, I apologize, I've got these numbers all wrong here. Strong play by Fisher to send that ball back. Ball forward, looking for Ryan DiFrancesco. Alejandro pushes across. Walsh pushes forward, gets it. Drives in, looks for a shot from well outside the box, blocked by KP. Landaverde gets it back. Fisher gets to Walsh. Walsh with KP player on and pulls it back. It does get it back to Mercieri. Mercieri now Ellie down the right-hand side. Just under 12 minutes left to go in this game. All of Rams up 3-0. Goals by Babanikas, and Babanikas. The not so common illegal throw in there called. KP now taking that throw from Walsh. All rims to throw and taking their time deciding who and how they're going to throw that ball. Bernielli eventually throws it down to, I believe, Santana. And still a little bit of a struggle in midfield to get it. Walsh, a strong touch forward to Ellie. Ellie with a chance to turn her pass. Launch the ball across the goal. No one there down the left-hand side to pick up that relatively good cross if someone was there. Fisher tries to push behind him, no one there. Kate picked up by KP. Bernielli with a strong defensive comeback, but can't keep his feet. KP players still standing up on their bench, still encouraging them to push forward. Defriend loses the ball out of bounds. KP throwing. Mercieri now gets the ball defensively. Zook back to Halama. Halama forward to Mercieri. Good patience there from the sophomore Halama in his first appearance on the field for Oliver Ames. Zook's throw to Defran, pops off his head and out of bounds. KP throwing. Under 10 minutes to go in the game. Ball ships ball into the box. Defran's last there for him. Good pressure by him to force the mistake by the KP defender. Halama, size and strength, pushing the KP player off the ball. Ball to Walsh. Walsh back to Mercieri. Mercieri to Halama. Excellent play by Halama, Mercieri, and Walsh there. Zook gets the ball. Zook finds Hall. Hall's chipped in the box, no one there to pick it up. Along with a big smashing head. Good defensive work by Santana, forcing the KP to go back. Oliver Ames seems to be obviously on the front foot in this game, winning 3-0, but even after their substitutions, seem to have firm control of this game. Players coming onto the field calm and with the ability to pick their head up, relax, and take the right pass. Commentators curse, Ellie loses the ball. Mercier is there to pick it up. Bernier and Ellie maneuvering through two players, doing a good job. Chips the ball forward, hoping for a touch on by DeFran, but couldn't get there to the ball. Goaltending mistake by KP, rolling the ball out to the side, but no one's there to pick it up. Drew Hall looking to launch a pass. Gets it into the center. Landaverdi tried to chip that out to goal, couldn't. Hall picks it up, loses to two KP players. Now we got a 3-on-3 situation. Mercier confidently down to the ground to pick it up. Walsh there to pick it up, sends it on to Fisher. Fisher to Ellie. Ellie to Fisher. Absolutely wonderfully defensive play by PJ Sullivan, who has been, without a doubt, a bright spot for KP in this game. Largely winning every single tackle he goes into. Getting there first, and if not getting there first, still winning it away. Ooh, Oliver Ames looking for a corner kick. Referee calling for a goal kick off the header, but must have gone off of DeFran's head. He has some words for the ref, but that's not going to fix anything. We are going to have a goal kick here. Strong play getting that ball forward by Dante Calderon for KP. Not only did he eventually get that ball forward, he did win a foul, so KP will have a defensive kick here, pushing the ball forward. Under 5 minutes now left in the game. Oliver Ames up 3-0, 4-0. I continually forget about Drew Hall's goal after Babanikis' hat trick. Ellie gets the ball on the line, charging down. Good defensive work by KP to catch up to him to slow him down. And they get the ball out of bounds for, if we'll call it a Oliver Ames throw-in. Substitution now for Oliver Ames. Luke Churchill coming back onto the field, replacing Jackson Mercieri. Walsh crosses the goal face, looking for Drew Hall. Couldn't get to that ball in time. Chance for KP to drive back. We got a 3-on-3 situation. Landaverdi trying to get back to his normal defensive position. I think he's been pushed forward. Halama one-on-one ball, gets into the box. Churchill with patience comes away with the ball at his feet outside the box. Excellent defensive work by him. Seeing a lot of players outside their normal position succeeding very, very well. DeFran into the box with a shot on, picked up by goalkeeper Schneider. Churchill still hungry, pushes forward defensively to take that goal kick. Walsh there to assist him, pushing that ball forward. Going to ricochet out of bounds for a KP throw. Churchill cross, defensive side, switches to Zook. Zook gets it forward to Landaverde playing in the midfield. What a touch by Hall trying to find Santana, who can't get to it. Picked up by KP coming back. Launched way too far and hard. Confident play by Gilson to fire that ball up into the air, pick it up after taking a few more seconds off the clock, as Oliver Ames looks like they'll be cruising to victory here tonight against KP. Santana with a good ball out to Zook. Ball called out of bounds. Close, but referee's whistle is the rule. PJ Sullivan, Captain PJ Sullivan for KP with the ball now. Around Defran, but only as far as Bernielli. Good pressure by Defran there. Pressure creating mistakes. Hard fought by KP to try to come away with the ball. They do it about midfield, launch the ball down. Gilson's there. I could have gone for a nice dramatic fall to the ground from Gilson on that one. Take a little bit more time off the clock, but I guess we're not going to see that. Defran passed the ball forward to Bernielli. Bernielli does get there with a ricochet, forcing KP to launch that ball out of bounds. Zook comes forward for the throw-in. This might be a Drew Hall throw-in situation, but okay with the score to allow Zook to take it. Hard foul against Walsh by KP got a strong defensive touch, push forward, had a chance to get into the corner open. Ball comes back. Drew Hall comes tearing back across the field because he wants another shot at ripping this. His ability to take shots with the power he does and keep them low is something unique. And you can see right through, no one wants to touch that. Eventually the goalkeeper picks it up, and that is the final whistle again. That was the final kick of the game. 4-0 Oliver Ames here. Hard-fought game despite the score. KP stood up well despite going a man down for a while. Eventually the floodgates came open. Oliver Ames got their goals. Thank you for joining us tonight on Easton Community Access, and we will be back next week.
ECAT's production of OA Sports are provided by RevT, we simplify technology for better. Doug King, Builders Incorporated. ECAT would like to thank all the sponsors for the support of producing OA Sports.